Well, owner has not announced whether he's keeping the team or going to rethink this and sell the team. Arte Moreno needs to make a public statement of where he stands on his franchise. The fact that they've not removed Perry Manazian at this point leads me to believe he's the one that's going to lead the search for the next manager since they've decided to replace Phil Nevin. They need somebody with credibility. They need somebody with experience. They need somebody who's been there, done that, and won it. Now, they thought they had it with Joe Madden a couple of hires back, and it kind of evaporated, but injuries had a lot to do with that and the tragic death of the one pitcher, Tyler Skaggs, and the drug scandal. So Buck Showalter is a winner. You know, he won 101 games last season with the New York Mets and a high payroll. He got fired this year. End result, whole team fell apart around him. All the injuries to the pitching staff more than anything else. He lost Pete Alonso, his big bat, for maybe a third of the season with injuries. Showalter brings credibility. Craig Counsell, Milwaukee, becomes a free agent the night the World Series is over. His president and general manager, David Stearns, has already vacated to go to the Mets. Counsell might opt out, might just decide, let's try something different. Unbelievable track record. The guy's got credibility. I think you need to look at him. I don't think you touch Gabe Kapler. As different and unique as he is, he's been fired from the last 2 jobs that he's had. Hot name who's moved up the ladder, has done a lot of different roles. Former Padre, worked at the front office here once he retired. Now with the Chicago Cubs, had gone to Boston. So he's taken in volumes of information. Will Venable.
Oh, yeah.
It's maybe a reach. Do you want to go for somebody again that's not managed before when you got guys out there that have got awful lot of credibility on their resume? I'd hire Showalter. I'd hire him right now and let Showalter and Perry Manazian fix this roster, lead this roster, hope they can get this roster healthy. And by the way, spend some more of Arte Moreno's money, but let them make the decisions as to who they're going to hire. Angel fan, before you jump into Fans Forum, I want to hear what the guy from left field's got to say.
Well, if you're the Angels, I get the Buck Showalter angle. I mean, the guy's proven he's got a great track record. But if you were considering Will Venable, who I give him credit, he's deserving. But Phil Nevin was deserving, and there's not a big difference between those two guys.
I agree.
And I still don't understand why Phil Nevin is the scapegoat for this whole thing, because of all, it wasn't his fault that Ohtani blew out his arm and Trout gets hit in the wrist again. And I'm a Nevin fan, but I was hoping he was going to stick. So if you are going to jettison Nevin out the door, I don't think Craig Counsell is enough. You've got to bring in a Showalter or who else? Yeah, they had Joe Madden. Why didn't that work?
Injuries. And Madden was a little bit offbeat and kind of went off track. I think the losing finally got to him, and they had to just remove him just because of his approach to dealing with the adversity that he had to live with. I would hire Showalter in a minute, but give him the power to work with that general manager, and that owner stays on the golf course and just stays in his skybox, and let these two guys try to fix what's so wrong there, whether it's farm system, whether it's just the siege of injuries is unbelievable. I just think they need veteran leadership. Showalter is there. If Bochy were on the market at this moment, Angels should have gone after Bochy, but they did not. So that's where we are with the situation.
Well,
there.
Does Showalter want that job?
Yes, he's publicly said in New York last Friday, I want to manage next year.
Okay.
And you got the Angels, and you got Showalter's credibility, which maybe then influences Ohtani.
Maybe.
Now, unless he's bringing holy water with him, I don't know that he can make all the injured guys, the Trouts and the Rendons of the world, stay healthy.
Yeah.
But they've got some young players in place who played okay this year. They need more. But I just think whoever's going to make the sales pitch in free agency, hi, my name is, here's my calling card with the Angel logo. Oh, yes, I am Buck Showalter. I would hire him. Angel fan, jump on the chat room. Tell us what you think here in Fans Forum.